Hey, it's Chris Cashman at Seattle's newest spot for steak, the world's first carne asada house. I gotta try everything. Don't judge, I'm quality control. We'll tell you all about it tonight on Evening.
Find out why shooting in Western Washington gave the cast and crew of a new horror film the creeps.
You like this one?
A new place to practice the ancient art of bonsai building. Plus, how you can prepare for and protect your home against wildfires.
Welcome to Evening officially. I got started without you. We are at Gordo Steak, now open here in Pioneer Square. What is it? What makes it unique? Well, if you go to their website, you will see a bold claim: the world's first carne asada house.
All our meat is certified halal from Australia. We are carne asada house.
Gordo Steak is not trying to be a traditional white tablecloth steakhouse. Their entire identity is built around being what they call the nation's first carne asada house.
We're trying to do everything fresh, literally from the grill to the table.
A Gordo staple, the ribeye asada.
Their branding is all about fresh-made salsas, agave spirits, and premium meats.
Ooh, tacos gorditos prime with little molcajete.
Seattle has plenty of steakhouses, but not many that merge premium Black Angus cuts, Mexican grilling traditions, taco culture, and mezcal and tequila-forward cocktails.
This one, it's the cazuela voladora. All the juices are prepared by day, so it's freshly squeezed. We try to do a dessert vibe from the north of Mexico. My mother-in-law is the one who decorates all our restaurants, so I think she did a great job.
So this really is a family business.
Yes, it is a family business.
Delicious stuff. Good thing it's not smell-o-vision. You would already be here. Gordo Steak, open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 to 10 p.m. So good. Hey, there's a new DIY spot in Tacoma where anybody can practice an ancient art.
Up these stairs is a place bringing bonsai to beginners.
We're at Bonsai by Me. A little bit of what we do is take beginners who may have minimal plant experience, and we help them grow a bonsai tree from scratch, something that's totally their own, something they get to develop and grow for the next 100 to 200 years.
You like this one? Oh.
These tiny trees can grow on you. That's how husband and wife Preston and McKenna Sontag got into the bonsai biz.
After years of being obsessed with bonsai, we decided that we would introduce it to the people in our lives who were interested, and we started a workshop.
Yeah, we used to do classes in our one-bedroom apartment while we were in college.
Now, Bonsai by Me has 3 locations, 2 in Utah and this busy Tacoma studio. Building a bonsai has wide appeal.
This is a great activity for couples. I feel like it's got elements that couples just really enjoy. We've had families in creating trees together. We also do corporate events and have companies come in and kind of do team building exercises.
Do you like this one or do you like...
Guests start by choosing a tiny tree.
Yeah, we like that one.
And a container that will be its new home for potentially hundreds of years.
Elms can live over 300, and olives are known to go 500, 600 years. So there's no reason why these can't become a family treasure.
There's some chopsticks for you guys.
They're guided through the transplantation.
When the soil is nice and loose, you should be able to grab your tree by the base and pull up, and it'll come out in a big clump.
Keep going, Lily. You're doing a really good job.
And trimming.
Ooh.
And a bit of the philosophy of bonsai, which centers around wabi-sabi, embracing imperfection.
The reason I fell in love with bonsai is it's a tree that's not perfect in the traditional sense. It doesn't have a straight trunk, it's not beautiful and tall, but we take the parts that a normal tree would consider broken or damaged, highlighting those features and making it something more valuable than it normally would have been and more beautiful by working with those imperfections.
One of the most beautiful things about bonsai for me to think about is no one tree is ever the same. So we've had hundreds of people come through and create bonsai trees. Not a single tree has ever been the same as another tree.
The bonsai builders add their final touches.
I love it. The frog, it really ties it together. You know, that was the the cherry on top.
All trees are different, all people are different, and that uniqueness is what makes us all special and beautiful.
And everyone goes home with a little landscape that's perfectly imperfect.
Join them for a building session at Bonsai by Me. It starts at $18. It includes the instruction and the basic materials. Then, of course, you'll pick your pot and your tree. So cool. Hey, don't look now, but Washington State is taking center stage for a new horror movie that hits theaters this weekend. Saint tells us the cast and crew admit they got freaked, spooked, working in our neck of the woods.
In Passenger, a New York couple give up their jobs to live the van life, only to witness a horrific accident. Soon they are pursued by a demonic passenger.
And he stops at nothing until they're dead. So it sucks to be them.
The movie was shot all over Washington State, including Black Diamond, where we saw the crew at work just last year.
Washington was a gift to this movie because we were really able to portray all of America within a small area.
They may be full of compliments now, but on set, shooting on lonely roads and in the dark of night, well, at least the marketing department would have you believe that's a different kind of story.
The road can be a scary place.
On location, a lot of people had scary experiences.
Just a number of weird things. People started to say it was something demonic.
Filming out in the backwoods of Washington, it's been creepy.
We're shooting right next to the hunting grounds of the Green River Killer.
I just feel like I'm constantly being followed by someone.
I made a point to the producers that I wanted a priest to bless our movie.
What was that?
I don't know.
If Jaws made people think twice about going into the ocean, the makers of Passenger hope to do the same thing for road trips.
Putting on a seatbelt, rear view cameras, pulling over, fixing a tire, and figuring out how to make that as scary as possible. How to subvert it, how to ruin basically a road trip for people everywhere is kind of what we strove for. Like, how do we make people think twice if they're gonna go on a road trip this summer? There's a lot of lonely, dark stretches of road, and who knows what's out there.
Yeah, we were terrified. People don't take trips. Trips take people.
Thank you, Saint. Passenger is rated R and hits theaters this Friday. Hopefully you know that May is also National Military Appreciation Month, Memorial Day just around the corner. Here's an easy way for you to honor those who serve. Navy Federal Credit Union is proud to bring you Bags for the Brave. You donate personal care items at your local branch, and let's show our heroes they are never forgotten. Soap, deodorant, toothpaste. These are simple essentials, but a powerful reminder to service members that they are valued, supported, and cared for. Just visit NavyFederal.org or stop by a branch near you to learn more.
Still to come on Evening, we share tips from Pemco on how to protect your home from wildfires. And from grain to glass, take an exclusive look inside the place where Woodinville whiskey begins. Evening is sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union.
And welcome back to Evening from Gordo Steak, now open here in Pioneer Square. It's carne asada heaven, and yes, you can belly up to the bar as well. Check this out. This is unlike your average margarita. Fresh squeezed juice, additive-free Blanco tequila, yes please. While I enjoy this, we're gonna send you to Cle Elum. You know, wildfire season affects all of us, and having a plan in place before the conditions change is key. Our friends from Pemco have some very helpful tips. Obviously, we're in a cabin setting today, but who should consider wildfire prevention? Should every homeowner?
Every homeowner, regardless of where you live, should consider wildfire a risk. You may be lower risk in some areas and higher in others, but the risk exists everywhere. Last year, we saw a record number of fires on the west side, and we're likely to see that again this summer. Having a plan, preparing, is going to help prevention for everybody, and also your own daily habits, because humans are the #1 cause of wildfires.
In medieval times, they had a moat around the castle to protect them.
They did.
Tell me about defensible space. This homeowner has done a good job of it.
Yeah, and so the most important zone in defensible space is the first 5 feet against the house. And as you can see, they have installed gravel here and cement steps. So they're doing a great job.
The hose is handy in case of a fire, but
Absolutely.
maybe also a potential cause?
Potentially, because when it's rolled up here, there's a perfect little hiding spot for an ember to hang out.
How should they store it?
Well, you might want to have a different type of storage. You may want to relocate it for the summer. You may just want to put it, on the ground so it's easy to access, but not creating a hiding spot for an ember. So this is, a lovely wood staircase here, but it has been treated with fire-resistive stain. So that's another great thing you can do for an already existing deck or stairway.
Does it really come down to doing some good old-fashioned yard work?
Absolutely. It's amazing what you can accomplish with yard work. Reducing the tree limbs is another good thing, which they've also done here. Keeping brush away from the home, all of that will really make a difference in stopping those embers in their tracks. So making sure that your driveway is clear of dried grass, dried brush. People will leave their cars running and just to run in the house for a couple minutes, and that can start a fire.
When you're in cabin country like this, firewood is a part of the equation, but what should folks think about when it comes to these stacks of wood?
Keeping it away from the house, because if fire ember gets in there, it's gone, and if it's near the house, then your house is gone too. So the general recommendation is at least 30 feet away from the home.
So fight the urge to tuck stuff up against the house.
Absolutely. So this little piece of wood here, that needs to go. It's still the off season, so that's okay, but
Moving.
We'll move it away. Great.
Prevention is more effective if you're working with your neighbors.
100%. It is definitely a community level action that you want to take. So it's really important to know what your community resources are. Where are those alerts going to come from? Sign up for them.
Lots to consider here.
There is a lot to consider, but like with any emergency plan, it comes down to planning, preparing, and preventing.
A lot of great and important information waiting for you. go.pemco.com/wildfire. From wildfires to whiskey. Woodinville Whiskey makes their award-winning spirits from grains grown right here in the state. We took a road trip to find out how they do it.
This is where it starts. This is where the dirt is. This is where the grain is grown.
This is Quincy, Washington, where a fourth-generation family farm grows the corn and rye used to make Woodinville whiskey. Brett Carlisle knows every minute detail about the process because he founded the distillery in 2010 with his college buddy Orlin Sorensen. They'd never distilled before, and lots of people told them it was risky to try. About a decade later, this is the reward. The grains are still milled and distilled in Woodinville, but the whiskey is driven here for aging and bottling. From there, the barrels are moved into aging houses and strategically rolled into place, where they sit for 5 years. There are more than 11,000 barrels in this warehouse alone, and it's one of 4.
2010, I could never fathom that we would actually produce this much whiskey. So it's actually really cool.
When the time is right, the whiskey is bottled, labeled, and shipped out to a fan base with extraordinary dedication, especially in the month of September. That's when Woodinville Whiskey releases limited edition bottles of their flagship product, finished in a unique barrel. Brett individually numbers and signs the first batch of bottles, and whiskey enthusiasts line up hours in advance in the dead of night to buy them.
That's why I got into the business, is to make a good whiskey to share and people to enjoy.
You can book the tour to go see their production facility there in Quincy. It is $99 for adults. That includes the tour and a Quincy pick of bourbon to take home with you.
Up next, it's time to plan your weekend, what you can do out and about in Western Washington. Plus, the small town store that's poppin', literally.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our communities shine. Evening is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
And welcome back to Evening from Seattle's original neighborhood. Pioneer Square, now home to Gordo Steak Carne Asada Heaven. You should come check it out this weekend. Memorial Day weekend is ramping up as we speak. Gonna get out? What to do? Where to go? We've got some ideas.
The 55th Annual Folklife Festival takes over Seattle Center starting Friday. The community-powered gathering with music, food, and world culture is one of the few things inflation hasn't hit. Entry is free, but they would love a $20 daily donation to keep it going, so don't be a cheapskate. Want to see Olympic figure skaters having a bit more fun? Stars on Ice Twizzles into Climate Pledge Arena Saturday, May 23rd. On Memorial Day, you can honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice at the Capitol campus in Olympia from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Or go to the Washington Department of Veterans Affairs online for Memorial Day remembrance events near you.
If you've got something fun coming up, you want to be mentioned in Out and About, you just send us a message on Instagram or It's Elder Facebook, and maybe we'll add you to the list. All right, we head now to Port Angeles for a small town store that is known for a specialty snack, and it only costs $0.25.
In Port Angeles, they say Swain's has everything, but this is the most famous thing this general store sells.
People love it, so it's always fun to make them happy. I mean, where else are you going to find something this delicious for 25 cents?
Sean Price has been here for 31 years.
I've made many thousands of bags of popcorn.
Swain's opened in 1957. No one remembers when they started selling popcorn, but it is a time-honored 25-cent tradition.
Do you want a popcorn? It's very popular. Here you go. You're welcome. Yeah, we have a lot of people that are just obsessed with the popcorn. You know, it's just a little thing, but it means a lot to people. I had a lady who came in and bought popcorn. She was taking it to her daughter in Hawaii. She said, I can't, if I don't bring her Swain's popcorn, she's probably going to make me stay on the plane.
The secret to selling 200 bags a day might be in the special kernels they use.
It's called magic mushroom popcorn because it pops up really big like a mushroom.
I mean, just like the shirt says, it's world famous. At least we like to think so, right? So come in, get a bag or 10, and we'll have it hot and ready for you.
Popcorn! Swain's General Store, they got you covered every day of the week. They sleep in until 9 a.m. on Sundays. Otherwise, they're open every day, 8 a.m.
When evening returns, find out what's happening at a Seattle park that inspires this.
Clack, 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 clack.
Not bad, Mike.
Not bad.
Hey, welcome back to Evening from Pioneer Square. We are at Gordo Steak, a key ingredient for all the fresh squeezed juices. I can recommend everything carne asada style. I've tried one or two of everything. All right, you know, this is the time of year when you can actually see blue herons nesting within the city limits of Seattle. Our photojournalist Diane Lewis-Torrey shows us where.
We're at Commodore Park in northern Magnolia, right by the Ballard Locks.
Blue herons.
It's kind of a busy time of year. This is a major nesting area. Interesting to watch. You don't think it's here, but then you look up all of a sudden and then voila, there it is. It's gonna be a loud summer. It often sounds like something out of like Jurassic Park because it's a bunch of pterodactyl noise.
They sure do make a racket.
Clack, 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 clack.
Not bad, Mike.
Not bad.
You better keep your eyes open. There might be one looking out for you.
Yeah.
The herons will be defending their nest from predators. Babies clamoring for food.
Graceful, they're magnificent, and paternal. They really take care of their young.
They're unusual birds. Large bodies, long skinny legs. Certainly not what you see every day in your backyard. Oh, there's one that's just flying in.
Yep.
It's kind of nice to know that things like this are still here. The Seattle I grew up in has changed and grown a lot.
Boy, look at those two guys.
Just such an amazing experience to have in the city. It's just a special opportunity to see nature at its best. It's just reassuring. Hidden away, so few people know about it. It's a beautiful thing.
So cool. Blue heron's nests can also be spotted near the Olympia Farmers Market just outside of Tacoma, so keep your eyes peeled. My thanks to Gordo Steak for indulging us here tonight. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to indulge. Thanks for making it a great evening. So long.